boy, we just have the big battle left. And the race. Unfortunately, my land is a giant smoldering ruin. I think I'll just name all the lands I control Mordor and be done with it. And my opponent, the Nature Mage, has a pristine, lovely land. I think he has more cities too. I think. But I think I have the faster spell research. Thanks to a combination of things. Let me just toss an @ here. There we go. Alright, Discord link engaged. Alright. Now I just need to make sure I can read chat myself. That'll probably be about right. Alright. Alright. I do believe he's on his last city. Where are we? What is this? Alchemy, Tactician, Artificer. What's going on? Hold up. Did I forget to save last time? Well, that's okay. We don't want to go back in time. What's going on? This isn't right. What is this? What's happened? We conquered all of this last time. What? I know we conquered all that. I'm not completely insane. At least not usually. Hold on. Let me dig up the game's save files. I'm usually so careful about saving, but that's weird. Alright, it's fine. You know what I'll need to do? Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, Master of Magic, Caster of Magic, sort by date modified. Alright. I'll just name this one, save game 3. What's going on now? Okay. Alright, hold on. We'll just reset the program, okay? Yes, good we have an autosave. Alright, I don't know what the hell's going on, but we'll fix it. Yeah, continue should have worked. Continue should have just worked there. Anyway, I saved it over save file 3. This should, as soon as... Come on, Steam, what's there to think about? It's a DOS game! Why? Okay, fine. Steam is contemplating. It's got its weird little spinny blue circle thing with its logo in it. No, you can't push play. Gotta think about this. Any second now. Come on. Yeah, reconquered the entire Mirren Plain. Oh my gosh, what is it? There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I really should switch off of the Steam version. But I can't remember. Oh yeah, something, the GOG version just wasn't working one day or something. Okay, here we go. 3. Load. Alright, please be correct. Ah, there we go. There's a single city left in the world. It is his. That is his. I have my army of bats. Right, right. I think we lost one turn. No big deal. So we can add in a djinn as well. Look at this. Yeah, we'll get 2 bats next turn. It's probably safe to do this. Okay, the heroes. Right, he destroyed that town. So our heroes can go. I probably don't need to build any more units ever again. Unless they're spearmen. Okay, yeah, we're going to want to sit that there. I should probably try to get a settler over here. I mean, beastmen aren't my first choice, but... like he's a floating island. Anything to plant one more city. Just one more. Clean up, clean up. Chaos Surge. What did that one do again? I don't remember what Chaos Surge does. Probably nothing good. Okay. The worldo. Okay. Let's have a peek at Chaos Surge, see if that helps or hurts me. I can't seem to remember what that one does. I feel like I should know this. I guess that says about just how often I play, ooh, Merchant's Guild. Chaos. Casting skill, casting skill. I wonder if I'll stop casting spells entirely. One more bat, please. Alright, that's it. We're ready for the 1-2 punch. Ooh, consecrate. Oh, good point. Before we go in there, we can give one more turn. Let me see. Remove all beneficial enemy spells from the target overland map square. So this should be able to blast the enchantments off of here. We'll hit it a couple times, disenchant it real good, roll fire all over it. Yes. Once we've stripped away their magical protections. Oh yeah, I was going to look up Chaos Surge. Whoops! Well, no matter. Oh joy, he made a Hydra. No, a Sage's Guild. Let's push research. Trade goods. Yes. Bonk. University. Well, let's make a Merchant's Guild real fast. Yeah, Merchant's Guild's very good, especially in all those cities that have negative money. Blast! Whoops. Okay, let's take another peek. So that left Heavenly Light. Let's get rid of that one too. Oh, we got some buffs off of it. Still got that Heavenly Light. How do you still have resources when you've only got one city left? Got it. Alright. We've pretty much annihilated his spells. I don't know if this will really help any, but if it causes him to cast a healing spell in place of an attack spell, it'll have been mana crystals well spent. I could pour that a few more times, but I think we're good, and I don't want to give my friend a chance to take it first. Alright, Doombats! Let's see how this goes. Prayer and Black Prayer. Combo. Oh, you got the gin. Oh, look at all this cool stuff. Do you think they'll take the city without the intervention of my heroes? That sounds a bit far-fetched to me. We could warp reality. We've got blur, we've got web. Web is a good trick. I'm actually gonna take blur. Oh yeah, I still need to look that up. Well, that's disheartening. Well, I guess that answers the question of will they conquer the whole place. We're in. We're in, and his soft spellcasters are gonna get it. As is that Beastmaster in the back, who's probably the reason that Hydra was so resilient. Blur, it's not helping. Wow. You gotta kill the witch. Oh, come on, guys. I mentioned how little I care for the Doombat. Well, we did something. We killed the unicorn for an entire stack of summoned units, and probably gave her heroes some levels. Oh. 3 added to their hand-to-hand, 2 to missile fire, breath, range attack resistance. Interesting. Very cool. All of my heroes count as chaos units. I wish I had some more units traveling with you guys. Can't quite get a sprite in, or a naga. No, can't quite get a hellhound in either. Pity. I could use a few fodder units, but there's nothing left. No, we're just gonna have to go in like this. Ow. One of our heroes is already dead. One of our heroes is already dead. Oh boy. Roland. I sure hope you got something good out of that. Oh, you're undead now. Well, isn't that interesting? Importantly, you're now fast as all hell. Mystic Surge. Death Strike. Man, those are tough. Mystic Surge. Valana. Whee! Random buffs. Stupid confusion bullshit. Well, let's see what happens. Well, it sort of worked. What just happened? My game just closed. Excuse me, I'm in the middle of the big battle here. The game literally just... Nope. I see. Well, that's annoying. And now it won't let me turn the game back on. Doggone it. You know that fight could easily go completely against me? If they start out with that first apocalypse and it confuses two of my heroes, and it's the wrong two and they both cast it as well, I had won that fight, the last fight in the game for all intents and purposes, because then it would just be the Spell of Mastery race. I would just park them all in my capital and do it. I have no guarantee I'll win that fight on the next go. This is the one fight, like I used 3 Mystic Surges. Arrgh. The amount of random, the amount of RNG in this fight is off the scale. Wait. Alright. Is it visible? Are you guys able to see the game? Okay. Right. All right. Does this even do anything? Should I keep dispelling instead? Alright. Super obnoxious. Alright, well. So they begin by eliminating my Jinn. I really should be putting 3 bats in my main army, but I try to keep things the same here. Or at least largely the same. Are you all chaos units? Yes, they are. That's what I thought. Oops, no, I meant blur. I clicked blur. Oh my gosh. Alright, fine, whatever. Once again, if we can pick off a single spellcaster. would take a lot of the RNG out of the next fight. Well, that's an interesting looking bat. Alright, Cassandra. You have such cool items. Like True Sight. Okay, now he's gonna res her, of course. Should have kept a bat back for that, actually. Oh, never mind. No, Warp Lightning. I expected you to res the hero. All right. Maybe the RNG last time was particularly against me. I still have my Elena this time. Looks like they still see me somehow. Blur does seem like a good choice. But I'm gonna go with Lightning Bolt. Alright. Next up, we're gonna do the same Mystic Surge strat. Take your Mace of Doom and beat the shit out of that Hydra. Mystic Surge on Death Strike. He managed to not even gain a single point of attack. Great. And Vallana will just advance. Oh. There's all that confuzzlement. Shit. This is what I was talking about. Let's see. Oh. Well, that was good. Ah, good, I got you. Let's just get this off of him. Alright. Bow of Wizardry! Get that crap out of here. Oh, look at that! Junk. Ooh, Lionheart. Very nice. I don't know why I even bother. They're not gonna see battle ever again. But I care about my heroes. You're gone. Alright, give me my Warp Ward and my Corruption or something stupid. Holy shit, it gave me Apocalypse. And Call the Void. I mean, I'm still not going to use them, but at least they're good spells. I wish I could have traded with him at the end. Could have probably gotten some cool spells. We live in harmony. What? Excuse me? We're in harmony! Why are you talking about breaking the alliance? You don't know what I'm doing. You don't know what I'm researching. You could probably guess, but... 34 turns. 34 turns. And then we just have to slam it out. I won't be able to keep that speed up. It's funny, this is exactly the kind of state the game would be in where you'd think this is the time to cast Apocalypse. It would increase my power and weaken my foe. But I don't want to cast Apocalypse. Or Armageddon, or whatever it's called. I believe Armageddon is supposed to be the big battle between all the armies of the world. But nowadays we just use it interchangeably, that and Apocalypse just mean the same thing in popular vernacular. Alright, we need to get every amplifying tower up possible. For the most part, I think I should just stop casting spells. For the most part, I think the day of spell casting has passed. Well, there is one spell we still need to cast, of course. Here, you guys can just spit out a centaur to guard you. These fellas need to head home. They're gonna live in the capital. They're gonna live lives of luxury. As we clean up the last of this mess. Oh, yeah. I should try to steal another spell. Just Cause is still on the table. That would help me. Where is it? Power Link, Doomsday. Where is that spell? Spellbinding. There it is. At least most people remember that Ragnarok is a Norse one. Let's see, yeah, that's already in play. Just make a shrine. Amplifying towers everywhere we can. And he's trying to colonize the Dark World. Alright, very good. That's all the guards you will ever need. Enjoy. Ow. Right, of course. Like everything else, they're creatures of chaos. You'd think that would affect the kind of town that they would become, but random mutations become chaos. Chaos beastmen. Well, I think the beastmen should have some kind of connection to nature. You know, considering that the game takes place only over the course of a couple of decades, it's amazing how fast these beings can reproduce. I think that's the most magical thing about this world. Babies grow up to become productive workers in the span of months. Oh, he's got Crusade. I have Just Cause. Boop! And with that comes a tax hike. My main city will never become large. I think you guys can just go in there. Look at that, we just went from like 250 bucks or something to 500. 550. Now that was the power of just that one little spell. Just that one little low-powered common spell. It also gives free fame. Yeah, the life commons might be the strongest commons in the game. Although they don't have web or flame blade. Man, I wish Life and Chaos played nice. Flame Blade and Heroism is such an early game powerhouse, you know? It's certainly an argument for 2 spell books in one if you have the other. Just for that early game. The moment I start casting the spell, I'm going to lose a ton of cities, but it won't matter. He could take all the cities. As long as I held my capital, it would still be over. Because guess who doesn't have... Well, he has 1 blue. It's theoretically possible that he could have Spell Blast. But he doesn't, and we all know it. If he does, then I'm completely screwed and have no idea what to do. Alright guys, you live here now with a couple of magicians and a paladin. Isn't that nice? I guarantee he ain't taking that town. Almost in equilibrium with that one spell, just cause it's because my cities have such high maintenance costs. Many of them are in the red. Their maintenance costs are just so extreme. Getting them that tax hike put a lot of them over. Oh, you're right. I forgot about Spell Link. I'm playing the one school of magic that makes it hard to counter. Oh. I see you there. You're trying to settle. I'm trying to settle. He's on the one tile that can be settled. Curses. Alright, fine, whatever. You beat me to it fair and square. Hey, we're almost done with the cleanup. I gotta keep doing that every turn. The world is at peace. There are no nodes, nothing. There are unfortunately a lot of volcanoes. You know, there is a way I could cleanse this world of volcanoes. First, I'd have to gain absolute mastery over the underlying fabric of reality with the spell of mastery. I'm sure my ally trusts me with that level of power. It won't spook him. We're bestest buddies. Want to trade spells? You know, none of these spells are spells you could exactly do good things with. You know, no. Am I playing a Chaos Mage wrong? Shouldn't I just be casting Doomsday and Armageddon? The only one that I don't have is the Meteor Storm one. I could utterly wreck the worlds. But how would that actually help me? Researching in peace seems to be the most effective method here. Who do you think's growing in power faster, me or him? He's got more cities, so I'm gonna say probably him. More people equal more research. We're gonna want all those amplifying towers, though. Let's take a look. Whoa. Right. We have that one spell in play, and it makes things weird. We've gotten over 700 casting skill. I think I had 1,000 once in one of my games. Oh, you know what I could be doing? 3 power return. Yeah. These will pay for themselves in time. You know, I wish instead of... You shouldn't be able to raise volcano or raised volcano to destroy the resource. What it should be is if you cast it again, it should go back, it should turn into a mountain. Unraise the volcano. Okay, maybe that's not the kind of precision and control a Chaos Mage is known for, but... I need just a little bit there. But it sure would be a lot more useful if you go around making minerals. Holy crap. Why would you need Armageddon when you can do this? We're still going. Okay, this is tedious. I'm not doing this again. We'll do some quick math on the next turn and try to determine the value of this. Alright, what would be the value of all these volcanoes? Let me see, I had, was it 700 casting skill? Alright, that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 volcanoes a turn. Alright. Hold on a second, we'll get back to that. 14, we'll just put a pin in that number. 14, 14, 14. You're done. Excellent. Still, some of these cities are in the red, despite our tax hike. 14, right? Yes. Okay, I can make... Whoa, wait a sec. Our casting skill's over 800 because the people in the town... Okay, that's 600... No, so 16. So that's 48 a turn. Those volcanoes give us 48 a turn. 10, 20, 30 turns. I could give myself an almost 50% increase in my just resources here if I did that every turn. But I'd probably run out of places to put all the volcanoes. It'd definitely be worth doing, but it's super tedious. There's gotta be some better way I could gain power. Gotta be something better I can do. But what? It's too tedious. None of that would help. Do I have survival instinct in play? I do. I got a lot of spells in play. Actually, there's a couple of things I can dispel now. I really have nothing else unless I want to sit around crafting artifacts. Alright. There's no good way to go about this. Oh, they only cost 1 mana turn. Okay, I was going to dispel all my wards because, well, I can. But I guess I can just leave them. Wow, I wish I had changed terrain. If I had changed terrain, I'd make resources and I'd beat the mountains back down into grass and I'd just have, like, resources on every tile. But I don't. Well, this is gonna be a little bit obnoxious. What the hell is this? Oh, we have a bug in the map generation. Unless there's a new spell that lets people raise land from the sea. Which would admittedly be a pretty cool spell. See, I think if it wasn't for the animation, this wouldn't be so bad. Used to be you couldn't put a volcano on a mountain. This is just too tedious. I can't be bothered with it. Anyway, that would be the correct move. Raising volcanoes all along the strip of the world for more power. That would be the correct move here. I'm just gonna screw it up one of these turns. I'm gonna screw it up and everything's gonna dispel. I suppose I could throw away all my gin to reduce the maintenance. That would reduce it by a lot. It's not like a gin is gonna stop his armies. We saw what that guy did to Sass'ra. 24. And our research is getting faster all the time. Hey, Peter! Nah, it's not like they put forth clouds into the sky that blot out the sun and cause all plant life to grow slower, or anything like that. If volcanoes did things like that, we wouldn't like them so much. You know, you really think that they would teach that in earth science? I took all the earth science classes I could get in school, and they were all about the weather, minerals, volcanoes, all that kind of stuff. Never once did they bring up the year without a summer or anything like that. You'd think that would be something you'd want everyone to know about. What now? Dude, not cool. Why would you do that? The only person in play is your best buddy. Why would you cast Meteor Storm? That will wreck buildings, kill units, and just generally be unpleasant. That, like, you're literally casting that against me. Even though we have an alliance. Now, if the alliance protected me from spells like that, where I wouldn't be affected by them in my territory, that'd be one thing. Then it would make sense. But that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Maybe I should just let him cast it. Just let it happen. The ugliness of a war would be far more difficult, and we know he's going to try to spam it every turn, because that's what they do. Well, every few turns. I'm going to have to generate a little mana. Let me see. Well, not tonight. I mean, maybe. No, not tonight. Probably. No, not tonight. Tomorrow is, of course, going to be more Into the Breach. God, I want to play more of that game. It's so cool. Then we'll have more XCOM 2. I think I saw a game once where there was allies, more than once actually, where allies, one of them was casting horrible chaos spells and their alliance just stood. And I was like, what the hell? What is this? Alright, all in on the research again. Where are we? 20? Oh, we're getting there, alright. Yeah, how's it going? Hey! My gold produced is outshining my maintenance costs. I think that's because I left a smidge in mana production, though. Yeah, just throw the rebels into the Colosseum. That's the real reason the Colosseum pacifies some of the population. You throw all the rebels in the arena. Oh, I might have something kicking around, but I'm not going to do that until it's time to cast the big ugly end the game spell. I'll give him a gift right before I turn it on. I don't know how much time that will buy me, but if it averts some of the ugliness at the end... He just stomped Sass'ra this game. Amplifying towers. Oh, there it is again. Bloop! He's down to calm now. Oh yeah, he's skyrocketing. His power is going off the charts. Yeah, do more of that. Beautify the land. It's funny how you can only transform stuff when it's still in the ground. You can't target a unit and turn all their stuff into adamant. I could steal it. I could even do the trifecta. Meteor Storm, Armageddon, Great Wasting. want to. They're having a freak. Yeah, right before I start casting the spell, I'll give him all of them. I'll be like, have Armageddon, have everything, just all of these are you. And then I'll start casting the spell of mastery. That's how I'll do it. I'll give him all the ways to completely destroy the world. Which he'll of course immediately want to start casting because, you know, he just hates all life and wants to see the world destroyed, I guess. I don't know, it's just how the AIs behave. I wonder what my casting skill looks like now. Probably pretty good. Yep, we're back to peaceful. Not quite as good as our relations were, but good enough. 16 turns. No, I have to wait 3 years between casting. That's... Oh, wait, you're right. There's also a limit to the total number also. Anyway, I could just trade into Meteor Storm if I really wanted it. But I don't. I don't care. Why? Why would it threaten the stability? You're literally trying to cast Meteor Storm. I just have a power link. Why are you the one who's bitching? I should be the one who's bitching. Arrgh! Yes, I shall use the spell of mastery, and then I shall relocate all of these volcanoes I don't want out of my lands into the edge of the world. Good. By the time it's done producing, the last spell in the game will be researched. So what's the point? We're up to 850. The higher we ratchet up our casting skill, the better. I wonder if I put everything into casting skill, how rapidly I could gain it. I could let some turns pass, just to build up casting skill more at the end. It's amazing. I want casting skill. I'm pushing casting skill, and yet I'm not casting anything. I wonder if Tlaloc thinks that's suspicious. No, not Tlaloc. Obrick. Obrick is my buddy, right? Of course. I'm actually gaining resources. Yay! Destroyed buildings? Oh shit, something's gone wrong. He did it when I wasn't paying attention. Now every turn we're just gonna lose random buildings everywhere. And he thinks this is okay. It is so stupid. Oh, you got great drakes. Isn't that nice? How many turns? 11. Yes, we can withstand 11 turns of stupid. This is also going to kill all the creatures I have sitting on nodes. He's got big dwagons. I already threw the buffs on the new city. Do you think if I threw Chaos Ward on all my cities, it would stop this? Mm-hmm. It broke an amplifying tower. Couldn't at least the amplifying towers be immune? Whatever. We just need to pass turns. Maybe if we just invested in umbrellas? It won't be long. And it defaults to housing rather than going back to trade goods too. My finances were so good. This is tanking everything. Oh well. I could disjunct it, but you know what? I'm not gonna. He'll just cast it again. We're at the end of the game. I've already won. We just need to let a few more turns pass. This is hurting spell research, of course, but that can't be helped. Looks like that volcano's open for him to claim now. That's gonna happen in more and more places. As he summons more and more great drakes. Look at that. A flat line is an unexpected shape, actually. 6. It's already over. Does the AI notice when I learn the spell, I wonder? Or only when I start casting it? Perhaps on the last turn I'll give him a gift, and then I'll give him the rest. No, I'll just give them all to him. I might have spent a little time building up my casting skill, but I think with this meteor storm I'm just gonna cast the thing. You know what? Actually, I think I will go for the disjunction at the last second before we begin. Because it'll give him something to be recasting. Yes. 4 turns. How long does it take me to disjunct? Have I lost 100 casting skills somehow? That can't be right. Not that much. Where's disjunction? I know it's here. Huh. 1 turn. Okay then. suppose I could try to Chaos Ward everything. And he's still bitching. Alright, well, we can try it. I didn't think that would actually work, but if it does, we can try it. Oops. Doggone it, I don't know which cities need it. How about you? Like, I'm at the end of the game, I just don't want the tedium. Yeah, I should have 850, not 700 and something. I thought only life mages could protect themselves with their, whatever the spell was called. You don't need that anymore anyway. I wish there was a version like mass cast. You pick a city spell and you just say, cast this on every city I own. And it'll be like, oh, that'll take you 10 turns and cost a whole ton, and every existing city will be warded. Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, he's also got Colossi! Boy, he's been getting all the best spells lately. Man, I would not want to pick a fight with him. Oh, well, that's convenient. Ooh, if I use the Spell of Mastery during that, will it apply? Now, wouldn't that be convenient? Half the casting time on the Spell of Mastery. I don't think I've ever had an opportunity to do that, have I? I don't remember that ever coming up. Alright, we're done with this world, I think. Of course, that won't protect the land from Armageddon or Great Wasting. Make it a lot harder for me to do things inside these cities, though. If we get attacked. I should check the spell again. My income has dived. Just smashed another amplifying tower, didn't it? Oops. I got it. Okay. Oh, we got through most of it now. 2. Yeah, my casting skill is diving turn to turn. He's just summoning multiple awesome epic monsters every single turn. Get ourselves at least a little bit of bank. Alright. If not this turn, then next turn we'll have the entire empire warded. There you go, you barbarians. I never did get this city over here back. He's filled it with magicians. That was my city. Alright, next turn we'll be done. He can summon 2 great drakes in 1 move. That's ridiculous. Alright, we should have the spell. And there's nothing left to research. Alright, I hope that's every city. I've probably forgotten someone somewhere. Just in case. My heroes, some of them have some healing, so we'll leave healing as an option. Aha! I didn't forget about you guys. Okay. Making a little bit of bank. Some cities still rebuilding their amplifying towers. We're about to go. I could make a little bit of cash that way. Save a little money. Dump a lot of things. The universities as well. Too tedious. a single building got built that turn. Fine. This one. Alright, let's just begin. Hey, Bertie! How's it going? How would you like to know Apocalypse? How would you like to know Doomsday? My contributions are greatly appreciated, yes. Because we are best friends forever, and nothing will ever come between us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So long as that half casting time keeps going. We only need 6 turns. I'll hand him some cash on the next turn. If he lets me talk to him. He's summoning a lot of colossi. A rather alarming number of giant monsters are being put in all of his cities. It's taking it a long time to think of its moves this time. Hey! We're friends! What is this? We're buddies! How could you do this? You're backstabbing me? Oh, Apocalypse is the combat one. Too bad I can't actually use it. What am I doing? Let's just try to minimize damage to these cities. Once the spell's mastery is finished, we'll reclaim them all, of course. When you begin casting? Is that true? It won't adjust in the middle? Stop destroying buildings. You know how long and how much effort I spent building those? Was he plotting this all along? His betrayal? Look, you're the dude who cast Meteor Storm. Why did you cast it? Why did you want a Meteor Storm? It's like there's just this wizard sitting in this tower. The whole world's at peace. Everyone is friends, best friends. And then he goes, Meteor Storm! Yes! Rain from the skies! Destroy everyone! It's like, dude, you're friends with everyone. Everyone is trading and happy. Yes! Burn it all! Dude, what's wrong with you? What gives? You can't cast Apocalypse. There's a Chaos Ward on every one of these cities. All these cities cannot cast Chaos spells in them. That affects both of us. But, it doesn't matter. I don't want to waste the time. If that is true, then your work must stop. My work has already... I've never been able to figure out what that sentence is. It sounds like he says my work has already met its match. But that doesn't make any sense at all as a sentence. So I have no idea what he's saying in that opening. Looks like you've conquered half the known universe in one turn. Well, you've got 6 more of them. Come on, I gave you all these great spells. Don't you want to cast Apocalypse and Doomsday? I did not give him Call of the Void, you'll notice. I don't think he can drop that through a Chaos Ward, but I don't want to find out. Why give him nukes? This is just a bad idea. Yeah. You guys really want to sit through me on every city, sitting there for 25 turns? He can attack the same city a dozen times, potentially? Well, actually, no. I think he's limited to 8 times. Still. I mean, theoretically, if you attacked with only a couple of units and then you had... Okay, yeah, you could attack a hell of a lot more than 8 times. Potentially. Mostly he seems focused on the Mirren Plain. That's where all of his armies were sent during the Great Sass'ra War. I'm amazed any of my boats are still floating. I'd have thought random rocks from space would have sunk them. Uh-oh. Okay, that could be an issue. I wonder how far he's tanked my casting skill. Oh wait, heroes don't eat. Never mind, it's not an issue at all. Oh, this is a place I actually am trying to hold. Maybe. I don't know, they've got a great Drake and I can't use all of my best spells. I don't think this is gonna go well for my side. Can't even kill the bat. Oh yeah, those shoot. Y'all knew I was gonna do that. Here we go. Yeah, no, this is not happening. Nope. We could always do this. Oh wow, it actually connected. Well, I'd only have to pull that off about one more time. Nothing. Yeah, that sounds about right. You never know. I mean, you kind of do know it's not going to work, but you can try. Be the silliest thing ever to kill a great drake with Crack's Call. Looked like I could Crack's Call my own city for some reason. That can't be right. Ooh. Illusion immunity avails me not. I can Crack's Call my own city. What the hell would that do? Nothing good. That's for sure. Well, alright then. Shit. guys have illusion immunity. You can fight a beast. It's a phantom beast off. Who is better at making beasts that don't really exist? Alright. I do not know Ice Bolt or anything else, really. Guess it'll have to be webbing. Wait, do I know Sonic Blast? I might know Sonic Blast. Alright, it held. I mean, the next time anything walks in, the city's lost, but it held. Yeah, I know. I've never... When was the last time I ever had a Crack's Call work? And nature is one of my favorite schools of magic. I use a little bit of nature all the time. Crack's Call just sits in my book, gathering dust. Game after game. But it actually did something that could theoretically almost make a difference. Except I'm just going to lose that city on the next turn. But hey! It was something. Okay, it's yours. You get the puddle. Oh, that doesn't at all make up for our losses. 5. Our casting skill is rapidly dipping, but not fast enough. Oh, he's disjunctioning something. I wonder what he's going to go for. He's probably going to disjunction the power link. It is possible he's holding Spell Blast. I just doubt it. He certainly has the mana crystals. I'd never be able to pull the spell off. If he has Spell Blast, I'll just concede that he won the game. But I don't think he does. I really doubt it. I really, really doubt it. It is extraordinarily unlikely. If I had made all those volcanoes during all those turns, and known that Spell Ward would block the meteor storms, do you think it would have shaved one turn off the casting time? I doubt it. But it might have. I'll tell you, this Aether Flux was lucky. It saves us a lot of time. You know, there's only like 1 or 2 speed runs of Master of Magic that are logged, but they're totally shitty because they use all of the really stupid bugs. They use all of the bugs in the original game, and it's just garbage. Like, they meld nodes without fighting the monsters, that kind of crap. It's total garbage. Nah. But it'll be very interesting to see if we can get some speed runs when Caster Magic 2 comes out. Maybe all us few people who play this game will get together and make a competition of it. And I can get last place. We'd have to agree on a difficulty setting, though. Oh, dear. There'd, of course, be each difficulty setting would probably be its own category. wonder what race would be the best for a speed run. Let's see, let's start assuming the lowest difficulty. Honestly, it'd probably be fastest just to go straight for summoning. Probably pixies. You can start the game with them. Probably it would be racing out a bunch of fairies very quickly. And then, but if you were to actually use physical units, it might be... You know, lizardmen have a pretty good advantage being able to cross the water, but if you could get to wolf riders, they move across the land very fast. I suppose land size comes into play too. Is it, if you played on the smallest land size, where it's mostly water, you'd probably want lizardmen to build their boats. Giant spiders. Not on the easiest difficulty. On the easiest difficulty, you just spam fairies. Now, if you're on a large land size, the spiders would have their advantages for mobility, but I would actually prefer to go Shadow Demon if you were going to go for an uncommon summon. You could beat... probably win games up to fair difficulty with the right build and enough practice. Ooh, I almost pushed Flea out of habit there. Well, I can't cast chaos spells, but I don't think I need to. Wait, somebody got a warp lightning in? What's going on? The heroes can cast chaos spells? Wait, heroes can cast chaos spells through a spell war. Very strange nuances. Hey, we had a victory in this terrible war. How about that? Yeah, you ain't taking my capital. You ain't disrupting my spell that way. No sign of spell blast. I'm gonna assume he does not have it. Oh, again. Alright. Well, I invited him to make as many attempts as he likes. Does Warp Reality really help us? His creatures are all chaos too, you know. Wow, the paladins live. Nobody wanted to cast a healing spell on them, though. See, I don't think halflings are a good speedrunning race unless you're trying to get to I mean, maybe to rush an uncommon summon. But I think you'd want to be aiming at a rare spell. There are some rare spells that could bend the game. If you could get them early enough somehow by stacking everything in research. Halflings are good, really, really good, don't get me wrong. But if you were trying for the fastest possible victory, I feel like you want a race that has units that can move quickly across the map, which halflings do not. You'd want to really be able to move, which is why I think lizardmen are a better pick if it's a water map. And if not lizardmen, then if it's a more land-based map, you probably want wolf riders because they have pathfinding. The barbarians also have pathfinding, but the barbarians suck at movement. But a good summoning strat might be the best. High men build their buildings quickly and are pretty good. Really? Spiders? Are you sure? Better than shadow demons? Giant spiders, huh? I would have never guessed they were top tier. Get that up. 3. Despite how far my casting skill is falling, it's still only 3 turns out. How's the score looking? Mm-hmm. Is it because they're inexpensive and they move 5 tiles? I know that they really move. Really move fast on the map, which is a big advantage. I really think that the logistics are the key. Interesting. Well, the nice thing about giant spiders is while you're researching them, you can get the sprites out. Sprites are really good in your early game. Oh, this is a serious attack now. The Archangel Shield. I don't think these heroes are ready. They're desperate. They know that my spell is closing in. They don't have time. Let's see if we can punch a hole through the gargoyles. No. Yes. Ah, we're flying. We can't use the road. A blur. Hi. Just reveal him. Okay, what we're gonna do is webbing. Webbing. Just because I have the advantage doesn't mean I feel like playing fair. Webbing. Oh my gosh, these turtles are slow. You weren't prepared. Wow, what a sword. 3 attack lightning. You know, as much as I like this thing. Oh, I mean, that helps him have his ranged attack, but this... I think I'm going to take that. Who cares about his ranged attack? 6 defense in true sight. That's a little better than what you were using. Different suit of cards, though. Let's see. Lightning on a stick. You don't really need that movement boost anymore, do ya? Junk. Junk. 6 defense. And inner fire. No. No, I don't think so. Oh, more! Well, so much for half of his heroes. He couldn't cast it because Chaos Ward. That Chaos Ward is kind of making it difficult for him. Generally, all of my guys just walk away, let him take everything. He's burning cities all over the world anyway, but that's completely on him. All the buildings burned and people killed. That's just him earning a bad reputation. You know, I'm not going to run out of mana crystals in these fights, right? You're not going to win a war of attrition, you know that, right? Ah, he killed a magician! Look at that! Colossi. It's like, I could fight. Never mind. It's not about holding territory. It's about making the world a better place. I can finally do away with these volcanoes, and I'll end your infernal meteor storms. Seriously, people can't walk out of town without being exploded by falling sky rocks. Oh, I don't know, his heroes might. Yeah, I'm sure his heroes could cast it, but they were all stuck in webbing. I don't know, it's weird to me that heroes can cast chaos spells in a chaos ward. It's very odd. There's a lot of small nuances in Master of Magic. So many little subtle things, interactions you just have to memorize. Oh yeah, I got no answer to Colossi. I mean, seriously, if he hit my capital with 9 Colossi, I might win, but I'd probably lose a lot of heroes. They'd see right through my invisibility, and they would just annihilate them. Now, 3 Colossi I can take. Three Colossi I can take easily. Ugh, they're flying, aren't they? They're both flying. Fine. Hadriex could also be dangerous to me. Or not Hadriex, Great Drakes, a full stack of them. Though I'd be more afraid of the Colossi. I could take the Great Drakes, they wouldn't see me. We'd do it. They damage the city though. But 9 Colossi would possibly deliver a crippling blow, which he could follow up. These are maxed out heroes. Straight up max level heroes. Fully geared. And most of them, like 5 out of 6, are champions. And Valana isn't bad either. I mean, you know, she can cast spells. She provides a holy bonus, which would matter if I didn't already have a, whatchamacallit in town? Paladin. Wow, my casting skill's at 666. I'm supposed to have 750 casting skill, because of the heroes. But that's not being reflected. Regardless, this is it. 2 turns. Boy, have we built up a huge war chest. This is when he takes some lair that I didn't find in some dark corner of the game. Somewhere. Learns Spell Blast and just blasts me. And I scream and rage quit. Right? Right? How old is this game? Well, now that's an interesting question. Old, if you go by the original game's release date. Or extremely new, if you go by the DLC that was just released. Actually, you know what? This game might be... we might be able to submit this game to Guinness Book of World Records right now. It's the longest that it's been since a game was released till when it got its first DLC. I think it would hold the world's record. It's what, 25-year gap between original release and DLC? Maybe even more. I'd have to check the actual... I have to look up the release date. Alright, how bad is the chart gonna look? It's the last move. Militarily, he's got me absolutely crushed. In terms of magic power, magic reach, by every single metric, he far, far, far exceeds me. But none of that matters now, does it? Oh, I forgot to do something important. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Very important, that. Very important. Oh, but I mean, with all the movies and everything and books, I'm sure somebody has, maybe in video games it could be a record for sequel. Maybe. But I mean, you've got games like, well, there was a Doom 3 somewhere in the middle. But I mean, there have been a lot of revivals with things like Wolfenstein and stuff. I'm not convinced it would hold that record, but the DLC thing, that's gotta be a world record right now. We should submit that. We could go onto Wikipedia and put that on Wikipedia in its entry. There you go. Just about 25 years. I was right. How about that? It's probably some other game I've never heard of that beats me to. Oh, he's finally casting Doomsday. Took you long enough. I was hoping those spells would distract you a little bit. Ah, this is how it looks. From this chart, who do you think is winning the game? The man with the plan, that's who. It's over. Let's have a look at the map. I am surprised he didn't take all of the cities on this plane yet. Most of these cities actually have very large armies, and he's not going to attack unless he has something he feels he can win with. Yeah, multiple djinn, paladins, magicians. I got good mixes in most of these, so he has to bring a substantial army before he's willing to commit to the attack. Unless it's my capital, then he'll just swing in with anything. Looks like he's going to take another swing or two. It's too late. It's too late! Last metrics. Oh! I'm ahead in spell power still. I forget what spell power means. Isn't it like your research plus something else? Right, I still have enlightenment in play. Hey! I have to write out my thoughts on it. What are my thoughts on Chaos Sorcery as a combo? It works a lot better than Life Chaos, because it's not at odds with itself. You're not trying to transform your units into chaos units and then discovering you can't heal them anymore. None of that is happening. You've got things like counter magic and burn spells at the same time, which is very nice. Not a lot of synergy. You don't have a lot of synergy between your spells. But the Chaos allows you to do a lot of things that the Sorcerer natively can't really do. Sorcerers don't usually get buffs like Flame Blade. They don't normally have a lot of good burn. The Chaos helps a lot with your early game, whereas Chaos late game, I really don't like late game Chaos, with all of its Armageddons and Great Wasting and stuff, just making everyone hate you. But Sorcery has a really wonderful late game. Gives you everything you could want late game. So, you've kind of got a good early and a good late. or more of a to my style late game. I mean, you know, Armageddon Doomsday Meteor Storm is a pretty good late game if that's your thing, and you don't mind your spells being disjunctioned every other turn. The Spell of Mastery gives you control of all magic. Literally, nobody else will ever be able to cast a spell again without your permission. All magical power is yours. Every single summoned creature obeys your commands, too. Oh, the paladin finally died. What a shame. I think that was their last attempt to stop me. That's right. All this time he's been summoning all those dragons and everything for me. He just didn't realize it. Oh, he has one more shot. We have no more paladins to defend us. How will we survive? They keep casting Warp Wood. What the hell? Why would you even cast Warp Lightning? Your regular shots hit harder. You know, somebody tried to cast the Spell of Mastery in the Forgotten Realms once. It didn't work out so good for him, though. It destroyed the Netherese. No, not the Netherese. It destroyed the Empire. Basically destroyed the world as they knew it, and all spells above 9th level were forever banned. Nobody can cast any of the high-level spells anymore, at least in theory. Yeah, I'm just gonna put you all in the void for a bit here. Oh, sometimes you get random magical items from them. There was no way I could have ever won a war against Oberic. His power was completely off the charts militarily. It was insane. Hey, I banished all 4. Well, anyway. I wonder what combination I'm going to try next time. Should I continue with the Chaos Schools? We could do Chaos and Nature, which does have synergy. We could try Chaos and Death. I fear that there's a little bit too much overlap between the two. I'm not sure what Chaos is really offering Death that Death can't do on its own. Maybe. There might be some kind of combination in there. Somewhere. I wonder. Well, We shall see. We shall see next time what I go with. Maybe if I went nature, death. No, chaos, sorry. So we're trying to get that particular combination. Of course, you always want to run omniscient in times like this. Now, with the nature, you have a pretty good boost to your maximum population. You don't have good heroes with this. The only thing you can do for your heroes in this build is regeneration. Alchemy would be welcome. Conjurer. What would you want with this? The idea is all of your units are being chaos channeled, and then you're getting survival instinct in play, so all of your summons and all of your units are getting that boost. You're also able to change terrain to maximize all your city's populations. I think you actually want to go with a race that normally has a slow growth rate if you went with this combination. Even if heroes aren't being mainlined, they're still good. Probably Alchemist. Yeah. Let's say you went with something like that. Screw bears, you want Nature's Eye. Fairy dust is garbage. You'd go with something like that. You'd want change terrain and transmute. You guys are saying spiders are the way to go. I don't know. They are fast. I don't know about that. We'll think about it. Well, I mean, Lightning Bolt, obviously. Oh, wait, no, Mystic Surge. Mystic Surge is only an uncommon. Crazy. See, almost all of those are wrong. Honestly, the only common spell in Chaos that I really like is Flame Blade. I really like Flame Blade. The rest of them, I'm like, I mean, you know, Firebolts are okay. Fire Elementals, I mean, they're no Phantom Warrior, but they can do some good. You know, Wall of Fire's alright. You know, Shatter's okay. I don't know. I never really cast Shatter or Warp Creature. But yeah, let's say if you went with Chaos Elves, maybe. You get that, farm that power. See, they can build everything except Colosseums and Maritime Guilds. I don't know why so many of the races hate the elves. You could run with halfling really. I mean, you got Flame Blade, and that's nice. That's one of the only things you got going for you. I never played orcs. Couldn't try orcs. That'd be interesting. Chaos nature orcs, kind of fitting in a way. You could finally try the orcish horde as a unit and see how good that is with Flame Blade on it. They can build every single type of building. No specifics, advantages, or disadvantages, which you'd normally expect from humans. High population growth. But the thing is, we've already got a high population growth thanks to Omniscient. I don't know. I've kind of soured on barbarians. Too many games of, look at my berserkers! Possession, ha ha ha. Too many of that games where that happened. gnolls. No, I'm leaning towards the High Elves. Not my favorite race at all. But with a boost to their population, I don't know. And then they give you more casting skill or more power to work with. It might work. I don't know. I wish the High Elves had some kind of unique thing that made them get more out of forests. Yeah. Well, the biggest problem is they can't capitalize on Flameblade with high figure units, like halflings or barbarians or orcs could. I don't know. I might just try orcs. We'll see. We'll see what I decide to. I might do a completely different build from this. I have no idea what I'll be in the mood for. We'll see. But man, would I love to have change terrain and transmute. Of course, if you're running nature, you always put the minerals up higher. At least I do. Actually, you know what's interesting? Chaos Nature is the only combination that can get rid of Frostlands. Because you raise Volcano and then you beat it down. And you can literally make minerals with Raise Volcano. And then beat it down with Change Terrain. What if I had a build? Hold on. Yeah, if we really wanted to build around chaos and nature. You need as much casting skill as you can get. Hold on. I'm starting to see where the synergy is. Which one would become your primary realm? You definitely want all three of these. Yeah. You need to make sure you get Raise Volcano and Change Terrain. Definitely. Okay, you won't be able to guarantee Raise Volcano, but that's a fairly common spell. Well, fairly easy to get. You can probably trade into it or find it somewhere. Because you need all three of these. Okay, then the correct race would be either High Elf or, well, really any of the races that can build all the production buildings. Boy, nobody likes the High Men. They have even a harder time than the Elves. You just want to get as much casting skill as you possibly can. The Chaos with Omniscient will help with that. You've turned the resources down super low, so nobody else has any. Then you use Raise Volcanoes in your own lands until you get something you can transmute into adamant. Interesting. Who benefits the most from adamant? You know, I mean, they've got longbowmen, and they do have 4 figures with elven lords. But if you go with the orcish hordes with adamant, they've got, what, 8 figures in their unit? They would get twice the benefit from having adamant. Then you could put flaming weapons on top of that. I don't know if the orcish horde is a really good unit. I prefer things that either move quickly and fly, or can shoot. The orcish horde does neither of those, but I think they have large shields. I don't know what their resistance looks like, and I don't know how quickly you can pump them out. I guess that depends on how much iron and coal you can create. It's going to take multiple volcanoes to find any resource. Then you'll have to transmute it into shape. This would be very resource intensive. But I think something like this. Alchemy Omniscient Archmage. I think this might be. I think this might be a build. I think this might be a viable build. There's only a few combos between these two colors. Being able to fabricate resources. Only this combination can get away with that. Otherwise, your own lands would be full of volcanoes and your cities would all be shit. And you wouldn't be able to transmute the resources into the ones you want. So that's something special only this combination can do. And there's a few other bits of synergy here and there that they can play off of. I don't know if this will work. This is a lot of resources you'll be dedicating into this, and there's RNG. There's RNG involved. But I'm willing to give it a shot. I'm willing to give it a shot. I think orcs are the right choice, but on the other hand, you could make an argument for halflings. Getting to that research faster. To find the spells to make this work. You'd have slingers this way as well that you could stack that stuff on. You're gonna have sprites early game, best early game summon, best common in my opinion, bar none. You could go with lizardmen. I mean, I know the dragon turtle doesn't sound very good in this context, but the javelineers would definitely like it, and you can spread very quickly. You're just going to need a strong base of power as early as you can get it. The more magic markets you can get early game, the better. Because you're going to need casting skill, and you're going to need mana crystals as soon as possible. Definitely could argue for high men too, though. Definitely could make the argument. Oh, are those the stats of the Horde? Only 2 health apiece. Only 2 health apiece. Well, that'll become 3 health if you level them up, right? There's no room to get in Warlord, but you can at least try to get some of the buildings. You have to have the Armorer's Guild. Okay. That movement. That defense ain't too hot either. Good melee, though. Oh, that resistance is abysmal. I think that's the clincher. I don't think they're viable. Oh, no, that's not viable. You can't use that. You could never rely on that. Think about it. You're like, haha, my hordes! They have 4 resistance! And the opponent just says, oh, okay. Possession. Possession, possession, possession. Every battle, they just all kill each other. Anything with a resistance score that low, and you have to wait until the Armorer's Guild, that's too late game. No, you can't build around the Horde. It's a shame. There's definitely some possibility there. We just did a Nomad game. What about Clackons? No, not Clackons. They don't have a good unit to build around. The Lizardmen at least have the Javelineer. I don't know. High Elf, Lizardmen, Halfling, any of those seem viable to me. Maybe just go for Wolf Riders and just try to run really fast across the map and take things? No, you can't. It's impossible. You can't work in another. It's already stretched as far as I can stretch it. If I took another spellbook off to get Mirren in here, it would be too much. It would be too much. You wouldn't even be able to guarantee change terrain. We already need Transmute and Raise Volcano, which cannot be guaranteed. If you cut another book off, it would become even... There's a chance RNG might just say no. I really want to put another Chaos book here. I feel like you have to have all three of these. Otherwise, you're just not going to have the mana, the casting skill, that kind of stuff. No, you can't go Mirren. The Mirren races are off limits for this one. It's gotta be one of the Arcanus races. Hammerhands would be perfect. I agree that Hammerhands would be the perfect race. Dwarves would get twice they'd get their mining bonuses with your resources. Like, they really would be the perfect thing to play. It's just... you can't cut another book out on this one. No, you have to have Archmage. You have to have Archmage. You need it. It won't work without it. I don't believe it would work without it. Archmage will double your casting skill early on. Straight up double your starting casting skill to help you get out the early fairies and such. And it'll continue to give you, a 50% boost to your casting skill. You're going to be flinging out. You're going to cast a Volcano, and then you're going to cast Volcano again, and then you're going to cast Volcano again, and then you're finally going to get something, and you're going to look at it, and you're going to say, that'll only become Minthrill. That's just silver. So then you're going to cast Volcano again, and again, and again, and then finally you're going to get the right resource. Good! Then you're going to cast Transmute, and then you're going to cast Transmute, and then you're going to... Okay, there we go, got Adamant. Okay, then you're going to cast Change Terrain, Change Terrain, Change Terrain, Change... They're both volcanoes have been turned back into grass. Okay, one city now has what it needs. Yeah, I'm going to need Archmage for that. I'm going to need the casting skill. It's going to take too long without it. You could get lucky. You could always get lucky and just immediately just get Adamant your first full. Like, oh, just Adamant. Don't even need to transmute it. Don't need to make any more volcanoes. Just done. Like, it can happen. But on the other hand, it's probably not going to happen very often. Most of the time, you're probably going to be casting over and over and over again, and a lot of the spells are just going to be duds. Volcano gave me nothing. Pull again. And you're going to be wanting to do this early as possible. The earlier you can get the Adamant on your units, the better. By playing with low resources, no one else is going to have... Somebody is going to have like one Minthrill city somewhere. So you're counting on using this as a huge edge. So... You can't cut Archmage, and you cannot cut Alchemy. You have to have the mana crystals. I just don't see it functioning without this. It'll become so much slower. Dwarves won't need Alchemy. Why is that? The only resources are going to be the ones you make. The Poke X games? What's the Poke X games? I'm a big fan of Pokemon ROM hacks. It's surprising how little of the fan games and ROM hacks I've actually done on this channel, considering how many Pokemon ROM hacks I've played over the years. Actually, I just collected a big old pile of ROM hacks again, assorted ROM hacks. Tons of them. I really want to play the Final Fantasy Tactics one of these days. I'm gonna. I've got so many PlayStation games sitting around to pull out still. Oh. Yeah, I know. There are weaknesses. Another Chaos Mage just screwing you over. There's no way to protect your land from Ray's Volcano. Even with this combo. But hey, you know, there's a flaw in every strategy. There is no strategy that's just guaranteed to work no matter what. Except maybe pure sorcery. If you can get through the early game. But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't work. I mean, this seems like a sketchy strategy, you know. It seems like a lot of effort to go for an edge. But hey, Adamant. Adamant Flame Blade on something. That's a +4 attack power, +2 defense. If only I could get a life spell book in there for some more buffs. It's just a shame you can't do it with barbarians. I mean, I know barbarians have the same problems as the orcs with their low resistance, but you know, you just want to have adamant barbarians. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I'll settle on. Probably won't be Null because they don't get magic markets. It'll probably end up being Elf, Highmen, or Lizardmen. Lizardmen could certainly capitalize early on. High Elves have the Longbowmen, which is pretty good. It takes what's a mediocre to poor unit. You put Adamant and Flameblade on them, they'll be able to fight toe-to-toe even late game. Unless the enemy's using magicians, of course. Then they just fail. Or you could go with high men and just try to go for the paladins. You could have Crusaders early on and then switch over to paladins. Might work. Crusaders probably have a better magic resistance. Might be playable. I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, though, we are done for today. So, tomorrow is more Into the Breach. I gotta check out that final island and see what it looks like. I must know. And maybe unlock some more of the teams. Pegasi. I mean, yeah. It's funny that they have Forester when they're flying. Yeah. 8 resistance, they're certainly viable. 5 movement, they cover the ground very well, which is huge. I don't know. They definitely are an argument. I mean, you're certainly not gonna use Elven Lords. They're okay. They're barely playable, I guess. I don't think well of Elven Lords at all. I really don't. I think they're a trash unit for the amount of effort you have to put in to get them. It's like they'd be a really good mid-game unit, like extremely solid, but they're a late-game unit. It's like, okay, they're competing with nightmares, paladins, and, you know, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, they're not going to win a fight with a hammer hand. It's just, you know, yeah. That's my opinion of them. And you're already playing a race that's got a slow growth rate and has problems getting to the late game. And then they get there and their prize is Elven Lords. Okay. The Pegasi are way more viable, though. That being able to fly 5 tiles is huge. You'd only really need three cities. I mean, you'd want more, but you'd only really need 3 cities with Adamant, pumping out the Pegasi. And the nature omniscient goes a long way to offset the elves' slow population growth rate. It's viable. I think it's viable. I think this has wings. We'll see, though. We'll see. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off.